Buongiorno beautiful people, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to sort of go on to the next phase from my video where I talked about the week prior going back to the gym, what to do, well, sort of what I'm going to do once I'm at the gym for the first month and then going to the second phase. So I just wanted to talk about what I'm doing right now in terms of nutrition, in terms of exercises, load, frequency, and sort of like all the possible questions that I had when planning everything. So I hope this was useful. So yeah, I'll try to keep it short and sweet. I'll try to be as clear as possible. If you like this video, then please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Right, so first I wanted to just refresh what we're talking to my previous video about going back to the gym. So sort of like what my fundamentals, my rules of what I'm going to do. So we talked about the first month, and I sort of called it the accumulation phase. I think I'm going to do about 3 to 4 weeks. And we said to first of all start simple, do the same exercises, the same movements that you were doing at home during quarantine, to also maintain a low load just to avoid muscle soreness, which I explained is the enemy to progress and is the enemy to going back into your original shape. So yeah, maintaining a low load and do high volume in terms of high reps to ensure doing every set to failure or close to failure. We also said to work on our form, and I will basically take this opportunity to strengthen my basis, strengthen my form, my knowledge, and trying to do everything to the best of my ability so that when I build up and when I'm progressive overload and when I get back to my previous point, I will be actually stronger and possibly better at it. And then we said that especially if you probably didn't move much during quarantine, it is really important to hit the same muscle at least twice per week to ensure the most efficient progression going into the future. So yeah, these are sort of like the basics that I am personally following. So first of all, I said in the previous video that I will ensure that my nutrition is on point. So obviously leading to going back to the gym and all throughout quarantine, I did ensure I had a high intake of protein, of carbs, and healthy fats. So I personally don't restrict any group food. I personally have my desserts and my snacks and whatever I want, but do try to be mindful of the amount of protein I have and to ensure that I hit my veggies and so on and so forth. So I did do all of this, but obviously because during quarantine I was training and I was changing my body weight. Whenever I start a new phase, I like to sort of check again where I'm at. Now, this doesn't mean that I count calories every single day. It doesn't mean that I'm like tracking everything. It just, for me, it's a reminder and also an indicator of what I should aim at. Especially because I calculate my calories and my macro based on my personal weight. So again, this is not to say this is what you should eat, and because I eat this amount of calories, you should eat them. If you want to do this, if you want to count and you want to calculate your macros, I highly suggest that you sort of do the same process that I'm doing according to your own body weight. So the first thing I did, and I will also link a video where I talk more about how to calculate all of this, so I'm just quickly going through it, and if you want more details, I'll link my video with all these resources and all the links and everything. But the first thing I do is weigh myself. Now I have this scale that gives me my fat mass, my lean mass, and bone density and all of this. So I just use that, and I just said, okay, my starting point, the first day of going to the gym is around 67 kilos, which is around 147 pounds. Now I use the fat mass percentage as an indicator of where I'm starting. So if I am 23% fat mass, it means that I am 34 pounds of fat and 113 pounds of lean weight. So whether it is my muscle, my bones, and all of that. So I just use this again, not to say that I want to lose weight or not to feel bad after quarantine. It's just for me to know where I'm starting at. And I also use this data to sort of calculate an average of my BMR, so basal metabolic rate, And again, I will link everything down below to calculate your own. And it's just for me an indicator to know, basically to maintain the weight I'm at right now, how many calories I have to eat. So if you go into the link of the description box below, you will see that when you put your fat mass, your pounds, height, age, and all of that, it will give you a sort of indicator of how many calories you use when you're at rest and how many calories you use during your day, depending on how your lifestyle is, how active you are. And so the average of these two calories will give you sort of the average of how many calories you need to maintain your weight, to are exactly how you are. And then that is for me the indicator again of how much I can eat in general without losing or gaining weight. So for me, it's around 1,100 calories, and then you can either add or take off around 400 calories either way to gain or lose weight, being maintainable, being not too much of a hit into your body and sort of crashing afterwards. And otherwise you can use the method of adding up or taking off around 20% of your calories, depending on your personal goal. So I decided to, for now, just take off around 20%. So that leaves me with 1,450 calories. And again, all of this data is just to calculate our macros. So I went ahead and I took my lean mass, which we calculated before. And according to Jeff Sniper's video, which again is linked down below, he recommends a range of grams of protein per lean mass of pounds, so how much you weight your lean mass. And so I decided to take sort of a higher range and take 1.4 grams of protein, which brings me at 155 grams of protein per day. Then fat, he recommends to do around 20% of your daily calorie goal. 20% should be fats, so that gives me 32 grams of fat. And then you just calculate the rest of calorie remaining once you take off protein and once you take off fat, which is for me 135 grams of carbs. So yes, everything obviously is linked down below. My video going step by step is linked down below, but this is sort of me trying to see, okay, so to get my goals, where I'm at, what's my starting point, and what's the sort of plan for now. And again, I might track my foods according to these goals, according to these calorie and grams targets for about 2 days, and then after that, that gives me sort of an indicator of how much I should eat from that day onwards for whatever 3 weeks or how long you want to do it for. So yeah, I don't necessarily track and put on a scale my food every day for a month, 2 months. I just do it for 1-2 days, see more or less how much food I'm eating those 2 days to give me something to compare it to, and then going ahead with intuitive eating, so sort of like me just checking more or less, and then I might sort of track what I eat a week or 2 later just to ensure that I'm on track, and so on and so forth. So absolutely that doesn't mean that I am weighing every leaf of salad I eat or every gram of sugar. I just, yeah, do it 1 day and then go from there. So yeah, so after calculating my nutrition, after seeing my starting point, then it's time to see what I'm doing at the gym now that finally we're back. And I personally decided to do exactly the frequency and type of exercises I was doing at home during quarantine, which I had already tracked. So this is my basically planner of what I was doing during quarantine. These are some exercises or sort of routines I came up with as well. So this is all me, what I wanted to do, and sort of just put it in just a table on Word. This, when I was bored of this, then I would start to come up with new exercises, and so on and so forth. So yeah, this is what I've done, and it just helps me build up from this to what I want to do at the gym. So I am starting with also the same frequency. So I used to work out 4 to 5 days a week here in quarantine at home. So I'm aiming to do 4 to 5 workouts at the gym, just for now. Maybe then I will increase it, maybe I won't, I don't know. But for now, I'm just gonna stick to exactly what I was doing. And I am just going to use more or less the same weights I was doing at home. So I have just a couple of dumbbells here, nothing too fancy. I have my resistance bands and that's it. So I'm not going from day one straight into lifting more than 100 kg or whatever. I'm just literally doing what I was doing here, just at the gym. So yeah, I will do 4 to 5 days. I don't really care exactly which days, as in if I miss on a Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, it's not the end of the day. I'm just going to do it the day after. Obviously, it's my life, it's my lifestyle. I'm incorporating that to my life. I'm not basing everything around the gym. So yeah, I'm just aiming to go to the gym around 5 times a week, and then we go from there. I also want to do my steps, so I try to walk. If I don't walk, I'm trying to do a bit of Stairmaster or treadmill after my workouts at the gym. So that's way I just starting to do the process of getting back to my comfortable shape, but being mindful and just moving more rather than eating too much less. So I'm gonna go through my phone where I literally wrote down the workouts I did the past week, or my first week at the gym, so that you can see more or less what I'm doing. Again, this is not what you should do, this is just me, what I plan to do. So on Mondays, I like to start with my favorite day at the gym, just to motivate myself throughout the week. So I do a lower body workout. Now, the first day, I just did a bit of everything. I did a bit of squats, a bit of hip thrust, a bit of Romanian deadlifts. I just did my favorite exercises just to, yeah, again, motivate myself because it was the first day back, but as well sort of to see my starting point. So I didn't push myself to lift more than I could. I just did whichever I was comfortable within the high rep range, so around 15 to 20 reps per set. And I just tasted the ground, I just saw where I was at. So I didn't really care how much I was lifting, I just wanted to see my starting point. So I saw that, yeah, here and there I could lift 40, 60, 50, 30, 20 kg, whatever it was. I just took note of that. And so that gives me the grounds to then plan my workouts from now on, so I know where I'm starting at. So what I'm planning to do is, for example, from now on, Mondays I want to do squats just because I like them, and I decided that personally I like to do high bar squats with the barbell. And although I would personally recommend that if at home you did only 3 sets, to stick to 3 sets and not push yourself more, at least for the first month. But here at home I used to do 5 sets or 6 sets. It's just what I used to do here and what I've been doing for the past 3 months. So again, because I'm doing exactly what I was doing at home just at the gym for now, I'm gonna stick to that. So personally, I'm going to do 5 sets of 10 to 15 reps of 50 kg. Really slow, just thinking about the form, not rushing myself. It's not about time, it's not about weight, it's just about nailing my form and feeling my muscles. And if that day I can't do it, then that's fine, I'll do 20 kilo, 40 kilo, whatever it is. So this is the base. I'm just going to do 5 sets of 15 reps. Then, after my high bar squat, I really liked to do a superset, which as well I used to do a lot at home in quarantine, which consists of 8 reps each leg of split squats, which you can do with a bar or dumbbells or whatever you have available. Then you jump into hip abduction, maybe with a band, or if you're at the gym and the machine is available, with the machine. And I do that around 50 reps and those 2 exercises back to back. And I will repeat the superset for 3, maybe 4 times, but I don't think so. I think I'm gonna stick to 3 because again, this is what I used to do here at home. Then I'm going to do my favorite Romanian deadlifts, which again is just for me because I really like them. And I'm going to do about 3 sets of 20 reps with Romanian deadlifts, whether it's a barbell or 2 dumbbells, whatever it is, depending on what's available. And then as a finisher, I really like to do around 4 sets of 20 reps of hip abduction at the machine. I know I did that in the superset before, but it's an exercise that I really like to do more than once in the same workout, especially as a finisher. I really feel it in my muscle and it really makes me finish my workout on a high. So yeah, I do 4 sets of 20 reps of hip abductions and then I'm done. And I don't think I'm gonna do any cardio either. I think I'm gonna stick cardios on my upper body days, just so, you know, usually my upper body days are slightly quicker anyway, so I like to just keep it compact so I can do other things during the day. So yeah, this is my Monday. Then on Tuesday I'm going to do some back and biceps, which is again my favorite. So I did here a sort of double exercise on the cable machine. So instead of just doing lat pull downs on the cable machine, I take the bar and I first do one side, then I do the other side, and then I do both sides on the cable machine. It's just an exercise to again gain that mind muscle connection with my lats, because that was the hardest thing to train here at home without any equipment. So I'm going to do around 4 sets of 10 reps doing this 1, 1, 1. So that's 1 rep. So 10 of that. And yeah, this is just to start with my muscle connection with my lats. Then I liked to go into the bars where you can do pull-ups or neutral pull-ups, and I'm just going to literally pull myself up and literally concentrate on the negative. So instead of pulling myself up on my body weight, which I'm not able to anymore, I would just literally jump up and then go down really slowly, releasing my body weight down in a controlled manner. So that's sort of to gain back my lat strength and be able to do pull-ups again. And I would do sort of like 2 failures. So if I can do only 1 or 2, I will do that, and I would repeat it around 3 times, so 3 sets. And how many you can do, 1, 2, 3, I don't know. You just jump up and then slowly release your weight down. And then again a superset, which is I really like. I am going to do alternating dumbbell curls. So it just takes you 2 dumbbells and you do 2 bicep curls this way, and then you alternate it to the other way. And I'm going to do 10 reps each. So 1, 2, like that, 10 reps. And that is supersetted with a single dumbbell row. So you take a dumbbell and you just do rows from the floor. So yeah, again, 10 reps each side, and that's my superset. So 10 reps of alternating dumbbell curls, 10 reps each side of single arm dumbbell row, and that is a superset, and do it 3 times. And then to finish with my back, I will do on the cable machine straight arm pull downs, which again is a great exercise for the back, and I will do as well around 3 to 4 sets of 15 reps on a really light weight, because you can risk some injuries if you do too much weight too soon. So that's my Tuesday. Then on Wednesday, or whichever the third day ends up being, I will probably do my hip thrust day. So I will start by doing, again, just because I did it here at home, I used to do here with my dumbbells 5 sets of 20 reps on my hip thrust with a dumbbell on my tummy. So I will probably do really low weight again with a barbell, or I will literally take a dumbbell and do the exact same thing. So hip thrust, 20 reps for about 4 to 5 sets, just because it's what I used to do at home. So if you didn't do anything at home, I will suggest you do not more than 3 sets, just to again keep it safe and at a low weight. And then after that, I will do a superset, which as probably I've seen already, I love them. So I will superset sumo squats with either a dumbbell or maybe a really low weight barbell. I would do sumo squats, which are my favorite because I do them with a pause at the bottom. So if I do around 15 reps at, I think I'm not gonna do more than 25 kilos in the barbell, like literally the barbell itself. So yeah, I do around 15 to 20 paused sumo squats, and then straight after that I do leg curls, whether it's on a machine or when you lie down on a bench with a dumbbell on your legs. I'm just going to do some hamstrings that way, and I'm going to do 15 reps, 20 reps of that, and so that is a superset, and I'm going to repeat the superset 3 times. And then, I don't know if you noticed, but I like to do around 5 exercises each workout that I do. So I would also do some alternated single leg hip thrust. So you basically do exactly the same way as you do a hip thrust, except that one leg is the working leg and the other one is just there for exercise, for balance. And I will just ensure that I do the movement really slowly and give that balance between one leg working at the time, just to override any possible imbalance when you do both legs at the same time. And again, I will do 15 reps per leg and then repeat that around 3 times. And finally, as a finisher, I like to do some frog pumps. I don't really mind how many reps I can do. As soon as I can do 3 sets, I just do it to failure. I might put a weight on my tummy or not. I just really like the pump, finish it with frog pumps. And yeah, that's my 3rd day for a lower body day. Then the 4th day, I will do chest and triceps. I will start by doing some push-ups, which is the best way for me to see how strong I am with my chest muscles. So I will do 2 failure, however I can do. If it's 5, 7, 10, 15, it doesn't matter. I will just make sure to do 3 rounds of push-ups at the beginning of my workout, obviously having warmed up before and stretching all that. After that, for triceps, I like to take the cable machine and do just some simple triceps extensions, just again to see how my strength is, and I will do around 15 reps for about 3 sets. Then I will superset some 15 reps of chest flies on a bench, again to work my chest muscles, and superset that with a single arm dumbbell tricep extension, so the ones that you basically lean forward on the bench with the knee on the bench, and you just do tricep extension with the dumbbell. So yeah, 15 chest flies, then 15 per arm tricep extension with a dumbbell. You superset that and you do the superset for 3 times. And then after that, the 5th and last exercise of the day, I like to finish with some diamond chest press. Now again, it's really hard, I can't do it. For my best intentions, I cannot do them, so I do them with my knee on the floor, which obviously takes away a bit of body weight and makes it way easier. And it does not matter how many I can do in 1 set. I just do them to failure until I cannot anymore, and repeat that for a total of 3 sets. So yeah, hopefully every time I do them, I will be able to do more reps per set, but yeah, that's the goal. And that's my 2nd and last day for upper body. And then on my 5th and last day in terms of my workouts, I like to dedicate that day to deadlifts. Now deadlifts technically is as well a back day. That's why I like to do it almost as far away as possible from my back and bicep day, just so my back can recover and I can avoid any sort of injury or soreness. So yeah, I will just do that on my last day, and I start off with some sumo deadlifts, just because they're in my opinion, they're the hardest, but as well the most satisfying for me to do. So yeah, that's just what I like. So I like to do some really light sumo deadlifts. I will probably do around 15 reps, around 3 sets for that. And then I will jump ahead into a superset, which is a single leg deadlift, again 15 reps per leg, superset with a hip abduction, just with the body weight and your band. So yeah, just a quick superset, 15 reps per leg or single leg Romanian deadlifts, superset with a banded hip thrust, around 20 reps, that's what probably I will do, and superset that for 3 times. And then for the 4th and 5th exercises, I will probably do another superset just to make it super quick today and finish off on a high. So I will probably do first some 45-degree hyperextension, so it's sort of like a mix between a hip thrust and a deadlift. It's really weird, but it really works the glutes and the hamstrings really well, and it sort of also works the back, so that's why I like to pair it with my deadlift day. So yeah, I will probably do around 22, actually 25 reps on that one, because if you just get a medicine ball or just a super light plate or a dumbbell or even body weight, it's enough, especially when you do high reps. So yeah, I will first do 20 reps for the hyperextensions and then superset that with some more leg curls, because I only did leg curls in that specific week only once, so I will do it the second time on my last day. So I will do around 15 leg curls right after my 45 hyperextensions, and yeah, just ensure to do 20 to 25 hyperextension and around 15 to 20 leg curls, superset that, and do the superset 3 times. So yes, this is basically my whole workout for the week. So I like to alternate a leg day, low upper body day, leg day, upper body day, leg day, so that I can hit upper body and lower body without overworking one day after the other. I probably will do maximum at 10-15 minutes cardio after my upper body days. Now I like to do stairmasters or a walk or whatever. I don't particularly like running, but that's my personal preference. I will ensure to do everything with a really low weight, not much more than what I was doing at home, and just do a high reps to ensure that I have worked my muscle as much as I can. I will have on check my nutrition, especially my protein and my carbs. Those are very essential for me to be back on track and get my strength back, which is my main goal here. I will keep it simple, focus on my form, ensure that I get back onto my routine of going to the gym and just enjoying the process. So yes, this is just my plan. This is what I'm doing for me. I'm not saying that you should do it. I just gave you sort of the layout of the principles that I am following. If you see my previous video, I gave you all the sort of science-based evidence of why I'm following these principles. So obviously I encourage you to not only watch that video, but do your own research and see what best fit your goals and what according to your personal starting point as opposed to mine. And in terms of also calculating macros, if you want to do it, you don't have to track it, but if you want to calculate macros, using those tools that I have linked below, because again, it's very much particular to your own starting point, to how active you are, your age, height, and all of that. There are so many factors that go into it, so I wouldn't just do my personal calorie intake and macros intake per day, because that's for me, my personal thing. It will probably not apply to you, so I would personally recommend that you calculate your own, following the indicator that I gave below. And yeah, this is just my plan for the next 3 weeks. After that, I will revise, see where I'm at, see where I did well, where I didn't do so well, and do sort of the intensification phase after that. So I will probably do another video and see how I will change my workouts. But yeah, this is everything. I really hope you liked it. If you did, then please don't forget to give it a like and subscribe, and hopefully I will see you next time. Ciao!
Before you make up your mind that I'm nowhere to find, I'm standing right here.